Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hook and Stitching Island Style. Coming to you from
Hello.
coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. I'm Antoinette, your host. My lovely co-host is Darlene, little sis from Nova Scotia.
Nova
And if you're watching
Scotia.
the replay, thank you. Want to welcome returning all Fiber family members, Yayas, Island Yarnies, and if it's oops, yeah, we forgot to mute. There we
Wait, the
go. We're
what?
muted. Oh, nothing. I um. So welcome in Marlene, Zara, Suzanne, Perp, all
Yep.
of you. Welcome Sunday morning. I don't know if it's snowing where you're at. It just started snowing here. I'm sick of snow, Suzanne. No, I do not like the snow. I do not like the cold. I'm done. I'm sick of shoveling.
Yeah.
I am sick of shoveling snow. My
At
driveway
least,
you can play hockey on. It's a solid sheet of ice from
oh,
top to
yes, out
bottom.
here too. Yeah, out here also. It's nuts, and we're supposed to get some. It'll start in around an hour or so here.
Yep, exactly. It's crazy. But yeah, and Lorraine, I know you're going to be watching the replay. I sent your pattern this morning. It went to you. She's going to be catching the replay. She had to go to work. Welcome in, Demetra. Welcome in. I have been busy.
Hello. Hi, Jeanette.
Welcome in, Jeanette, another Nova
Is
Scotian. I know,
yeah.
Jeanette, I know,
Oh,
another storm.
it's probably snowing there now.
Yeah, it's snowing here.
Well, she's a. Yeah, it would be snowing where you are before it hits us, I believe.
And those of you that are here first, um, I'm just going to finish this here. I'm working on a pair of socks for a Christmas gift for one of the guys I work with. Briggs and Little, Tuffy, 100-plus-year-old pattern.
Oh,
Yeah, Demetra, I know. I shoveled so much snow. We had I guess it was close to 14 inches.
it's not snowing
Now
in Chester yet.
I'm just gonna finish this little. I'm doing it on DPNs because these are better on DPNs with this wool.
I'll
I
take
find
your
it's
word for it.
I like my DPNs and I got all my I completed my set for well there's one more pair I got to get. I think I got an extra set. I got two 5 millimeters, but all my zings will be a complete set, all whipped, and I've got to order the 8 millimeter. I used it my wool warehouse gift cards that I got, so I'll wait and I will order. I got a little bit left on one of my cards, and I will order the last
Are
8 millimeter.
are they
I've got all
transferable?
yeah
I have a $10 one. How can I just email it to you?
yeah.
Okay.
It's just a gift voucher code,
Yes. Because
but
I've never gotten anything from them, and you do.
Zara's using DPNs on Hermione. Yep, that's how I did mine was on Hermione. But I like my DPNs.
Oh,
I mean, I found working some of the small circumference. Like I finished. Actually, I'll go get them and show you because I finished them both, and I'm really proud how they turned out. I've got to block them. I finished the second one on DPNs. Much easier to do with those 6-stitch cables. When you're using circulars, it's very hard.
see, I don't
Oh,
find it hard.
have you done a 6-stitch cable?
I've never done a cable. Period. So,
It's difficult with the 9 inch. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll go get
well,
them.
yeah.
I'll be right back. Sis, you take over until I get
So,
back.
so I broke down, and I'm actually doing two things at once. Well, not at once because I put my other project aside because I needed something mindless because that is so you really have to concentrate on that other pattern I'm doing. So I'm working on Dean's poncho and this yarn. Oh my goodness. Don't wear black when you're using this stuff because you have hair all over yourself. I actually took it to have my nails done because where I'm diabetic, I can't do my own toes. So I go and get them done professionally. And I get my fingers done at the same time because why not? And she was finding because it's alpaca and I don't think you can see it. I don't know if you can see. Can you see some of the hair? that's coming off that, it's all over the place. All over the place. So it's like covers you. It was down on my feet, even though I'm trying to knit up close to me. And she was finding the hair down on my toes. So luckily it didn't get into the nail polish because that would have sucked. But yeah. So that's what I've been working on, something pretty mindless because it's an easy pattern. You knit 3. Knit 3.
Okay.
What's it called? Knit 3, slip 1 with yarn in front.
Welcome in, Denise Lee. Welcome in, dear.
Welcome.
I'm back.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Was it some host used to say good morning? Oh no, it's a channel that Dean would watch. Indigo Traveler. He goes to some sketchy places. He says good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, you finished the second one. How long did it take you to do one?
2 days.
That's pretty good. 4 days, you can have a pair.
Yeah. And those are through the Stone Gauntlets from Outlander. I've been obsessed with Outlander. I rewatched the whole series. I've got to block those. And the cable ones, I'm gonna do another one of the cable ones, but in Touch of Alpaca in blush. But you can see a little bit of a difference. Same size needles. This one was done on DPNs.
Mm-hmm.
This one was done on the circular, and I had all the time. It stretched the stitches out, so I've got to block this one out a little bit. But much neater on the DPNs. Much neater on the DPNs.
Okay.
Marlene, you'll like. I like my zings. I like the zings. They're really nice.
I'm just so scared of you because I've used the DPN thing, but I always find there's too much going on. There's too much. Like with this, I have 2 needles. Even when I'm doing, because all you need to do is just to like get in between a stitch and pull it out. And then you got like a magic loop.
See, I find that irritating.
See, having because how many needles do you use?
Right, these ones here, I'm only using 3. I only use 3 on the cuffs.
3
I've used
plus
4.
Plus the one you're working with, so 4 total.
Yeah, but it's not really, when you're holding them, I hold them this way.
But as you get down smaller and smaller, and I'm always so nervous that they're just going to fall off.
The wool, that's where the difference comes between bamboo and metal and slippery yarn. Okay, that's the difference. You know, wool is very grippy, and this is very toothy wool. But the way the zings are set up on the ends,
Mm-hmm.
I really, and they're nice in your.
You're gonna have to bring yourself up, lady. Closer. There we go. Oh, you muted yourself.
That's what the zings look like. Welcome in, Dragon Cat. They've got a nice point on them, but not so sharp that you're putting holes in your finger like I do with my Hiya Flyers, which I do love to use the Hiya Flyers. I use those more for the real tiny circumference, more so than the DPNs. You know.
See, I have the Hiya Magic Loop sock needle.
I have them. I'm going to retry doing again 2 at a time. This is one of the goals this year is to do because, and the thing is, I like working. I just want you guys, if you look right here, oops, right there, you see that right there in that box and that blue cube back there? That is the new giveaway center. That's where I go to get prizes for giveaways.
Who doesn't want a gift away?
So that because there's a goal set today. Okay, 10 super chats. And I left it all super chats. I didn't put a specific amount because the prize for today, if we reach that goal, is an electric ball winder. It is an electric ball winder, and that is going to be the prize for today. On Sunday Lives, we're going to be setting goals, and there'll be a nice prize set. Now, here's the disclaimer. If the winner is across the pond, you will get a gift card in place. Okay, and just because of shipping, this can go to, yes, but this is an electric ball winder. I haven't taken it out of the box. So that's today's gift away prize. If we reach our goal, and my goal is I am going to put a numerical. you smarty butt. Because and somebody said, I did get a message about somebody saying, well, people are giving you the super stick chats and super stickers should be the only one eligible for the prize. And I'm going to put it right to you here, because whoever's in the chat, and I have regular people that come to this. It's pretty much, I had the same people that come to the chat on Sundays when I had the live pop-up lives. That's a different thing. Do you think it's fair that I open up the gift away to everybody in the chat, or only those that give a super sticker or super chat? I'm going to ask you, because something I'm toying with, and yes, Lisa, if you're lurking, I might steal it from you. Having a spinny wheelie thing at the end of the month. Anybody that gives a super sticker or a super chat will go on a wheel, and at the end of the month, I'll have a prize at the end of the month. So like this month's almost over. So that's something I'm toying with. But do you think I should have it open to everybody, or just those doing the super chats and super stickers? Because don't get me wrong, I appreciate it, because that money all goes for shipping. It all goes for shipping. I do not keep anything from these super chats or super stickers. It all goes back. No, it's a ball winder, Demetra. It's an electric ball winder. It's blue. So,
I hope I had ordered it. Swift. That's kind of tiny.
Yep. Open to all. Everybody think I should just open it to all, because I know there are some people that are not able to do. You just coming to the live, I appreciate spending the time with me. This is just something a little extra, and like I said, we reached $25 Canadian. Okay. This all goes back into the channel. It enables me to do more giveaways, because I have steady giveaways now. We started new for 2025. One on the Yayas, a quarterly one for the Island Yarnies, and one on the channel here a month. Well, Zara, I know that, dear, and that's why I try to change up the times. Well, Zara, that's what I'm saying. But see, I like your input. We're a family, and it's a democratic family. I like to hear your input, because, I like to have general consensus, and I do how you like. Well, that's not, that's like when the husband says, where do you want to go for dinner? And you say, oh, I don't care. And he goes, make a choice. I don't care, but
and then they choose and say, oh, I don't want that.
I'm just saying, because I do appreciate, I did get my first paycheck. I haven't got my invoice for it, but I had $153.90 deposited at the beginning of this month, because they only send out once you reach $100, and then they send out at the end of the month. They send you, and that $153, it paid for shipping. It paid, that's what it goes for. It paid for the shipping
for probably one project or one package.
Oh, okay, Zara. Okay, and part of it paid for this ball winder. Okay. And the ball winder was like 25 Canadian. So, think about it. And as we go through the live here, I will, because I won't spin for this till towards the end of the 2 hours, because I do a 2-hour live on Sundays. I have to set a time limit, because I still have to get stuff done. And this is a busy week because I'm teaching. I have a big chamber meeting on Wednesday, which we're doing via Zoom, which is fine by me. I'm being my pajamas and downstairs in my office. But just try with the snowstorm and everything. And Barb's car, her battery's been dead, and we've been jumping. So I think she has to get a new battery. But right now it's dead, and when we got to clean up the driveway so she can get out with the school bus if they have school tomorrow. But just throwing it out there to see what you think. Okay. And I might do, and here's what, why I did this back here. I will do a pop-up giveaway. I do it during the lives. And I'm going to say to you, okay, pick a number between 1 and 7. And you're saying, what's 1 and 7? There are 5.
Oh.
Yeah, there's 5 drawers. That box is mostly every other stuff from Australia. And then I have this blue canvas right there.
Okay, yeah.
That is all project bags. So the person will pick a number between 1 and 7, and that is a drawer that I will go to pull the little gift. And there's notions, there's needles, there's hooks, there's pens, notebooks, there's all kind of stuff in there. Okay. And what I would do is you pick a drawer, and in that drawer I will take out and I will make up a little prize pack with maybe some stitch markers, scissors and stuff if it's in that drawer, because I have everything separated in the drawers. But I always throw extras in anyways. So just think about it, and we'll talk about it right before the end of the thing, before I spin the wheel. So what's everybody working on today? What's everybody drinking, and how's the weather? I'm actually trying the different excuse me, coffees that I got for Christmas in my Happy Meal Advent from Christina at Bello and Janetto. Her link will be in the description box below. Anybody I mentioned will be in the description box below. I've tried the New England Winter, which was really good. This one is called 1820 Blend, and it's a nutty, it's a nutty flavor. And then I have one brewing now, eggnog. So I'm trying them all. Welcome in, Stitching It Up. Welcome in, dear.
Welcome.
Now, I do want to make sure, during the lives, I've never limited it to just subscribers, family members, because I leave the chat open for all. For these giveaways, it would be nice if you joined the family. If not, but that's okay. It won't disqualify you from it. But when I do ones where I have a scheduled giveaway, you have got to be
Definitely
a family member. Only because they're the ones that come in and you will never find the word giveaway in anywhere, my titles and stuff. You won't find it. And that's because when I do these. Okay, Suzanne, hold on. I didn't have a chance to put the thing here, so let me go over here to and pin.
I'm having some coffee.
Okay.
North.
Should. Okay, there you go. I pinned the link to come up. Suzanne is going to come up and show us a top that she made. Her and I did a yarn swap a few years ago. I had a no longer could get Red Heart. It's a wrap. It was a really pretty color too. Reminded me of a rose garden. And I'm going to put. Welcome in, Suzanne. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to put Suzanne solo so she can show us her top she made.
I'm going to back up just a sec.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
pretty.
that's pretty.
See, and I'm wearing it.
Oh, wow. That is really nice.
Boy, those colors worked up really nice.
Isn't it pretty?
Did you color control that? Did you color control?
Kinda, a little bit. Okay, you can bring me down now. Hello. Thank you.
There you go. And now, what size hook did you use?
I used a 3.5, and I kind of boobed on it because I made it too small. So I MacGyvered it, and I added some on the side here.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Beautiful job, Suzanne. Beautiful
thank
job.
you.
That is.
I
yeah.
made another one, and it's again too small figure I'd learn the first time, but I did it in a different way. I structured it different. Instead of doing panels, I came over.
Okay.
Yes.
And so now I'm adding I'm adding the panels on the side because it was too small.
I've had to
Oh.
do that. I've had
Yeah.
to do that. Add panels, and it kind of gives a design
I
element
should
to
have
it.
done 5 flowers in the front instead of 4, and then it would have fit better.
Oh,
Okay.
people that are buxom up top.
Pardon me?
People that are buxom up top.
No, it's my shoulders.
Shoulders. Did a great
I
job on
could have
that.
been a
Jen.
boxer.
That really came out nice. I like it. That's really pretty.
Yes.
Oh,
That's sort of
really
like filet crochet almost, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I really like filet crochet. Sorry, I didn't have the chat up. Now I can see it. Thank you, everybody who commented.
Oh, stop your whining, Gracie. And those
So,
of you
yeah,
that are waiting
You
for the
didn't read
cable,
my comment earlier, but I said, yeah, I can snowshoe in my front and backyard.
I can play hockey.
Oh, we don't have the ice. We have all snow right now.
Oh no, we have snow, then ice.
Yeah.
Then snow
ice.
and ice.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
The deer, watching the deer walk across the bottom of the yard was, God bless them. They,
It was funny though.
Oh my goodness.
oh my gosh, they were slip sliding everywhere because that's all downhill and it goes right into the.
Oh
bay.
man. But it's so nice
Yeah,
to look
oh,
at
wow.
nature like that. I saw a big fat rabbit yesterday. It was so cute.
The
I
other
saw a
night
cat in
we-
the backyard.
A
The other
what?
night we were getting ready to go to bed, and Dean thought he saw something on our back shed. And it was an owl.
Oh, I love
So
owls.
I got a couple of pictures. Did I send them to you, Antoinette?
Yes, off your
Yeah.
deck there.
You should
back
put
deck.
them on the Yarny Yayas. I'd love to see. I love owls.
Oh, okay.
Just love owls.
Thank you, Demetra. Thank you so dear. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Perp. Thank you, Demetra.
We've seen the owls around, but it's the first time we've seen one there.
Oh. When I had my cottage, we had a porch and we filled it with all kinds of stuffed, like just owls, like not stuffed, but you know what I mean. And I kept one of them. And it reminded me of my bonzo who passed away 9 years ago. And I talked to him all the time through the owl.
If you like owls, I did Hedwig, that crocheted shawl that I gifted Lisa. I did Hedwig. I also have one for another owl wrap that it crosses over, and this whole piece here is an owl.
It's like an amigurumi, isn't it?
Almost like, sort of like an amigurumi.
Yeah, it's
It
like a 3D.
Is it heavy? Must be heavy.
I don't know. I haven't made it yet. It's on my
Oh.
queue.
You know what I really wanted to do, and I'm not a cat person, but remember that one you had? You bought it from Mary Maxim. It was the cat, two cats.
Oh, the
I have it's called the Cat's Meow. I have the blanket. I'm going to restart it. That's one of the 2 blankets I have for this year.
Oh, okay. But I looked at that and I thought, I don't think I could do that.
It's
Yeah.
not hard. The stitch is not hard. It's a knotted half double crochet or something like that, but it's not that hard. But the Boggy Brigade from She's Got Yarn Too, Nancy, they had a whole thing where they did a bunch of those blankets for the kids' cabins, and some of them put up tutorials on how to do it. My problem was I didn't like how my lines weren't coming out defined enough when I was changing colors. So, I mean, it's not a hard blanket to do. And if you watch, and they actually, I think, have the pattern available without buying the kit.
Oh,
But I do have it. It's in the timeout. I have 2 blankets in the timeout, both Mary Maxim kits, Cat's Meow and the Teardrop Afghan done with a prism. That's 128 motifs that have got to be put together a very specific way, and you literally have to count this many chains, and then you hook it to that's going to be the biggest thing. And blocking the teardrops.
Mhm.
I blocked like I think 50 of them, and
Oh.
it took me a week to pin them, block them. Oh, it was.
yeah. That's.
But those are the 2 blankets I want to do. Now I do have. I was telling Darlene before we come on. Welcome in, Lorraine. Lorraine, congratulations, dear. I sent you your pattern, the pokey egg. I sent that to you. There's actually 2 patterns that you got for that price. So check your email. I emailed them to you.
Oh, you have to go to work? That sucks.
Yesterday I spent a good part of the day. I bought 4, got it from Temu, but they're yarn bags that hang in my cupboard because I had these freaking totes stacked clear up. I had no room for my clothes. So what I did was I bought 4 of those and I hung 4 of them and I went through my yarn and there's actually a rhyme a specific way the yarn that I put in each one. So each one, like this is all fuzzy yarn, this is all cake yarn, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually emptied out 2 of the huge, I mean huge totes. You guys have seen the totes. I emptied 2 of them out yesterday. So now I've got 2 of the big blue totes under my window, and that is Red Heart and some of my big balls. I've got 3 10 sale mega monster balls left, and those are going to all be designated for a blanket. But I want to use I've got 2 totes. They're small, and you saw me working out of them. Using up my Bulky 5 toy box yarn. Excuse me. And I have another one that is just like partially used. So I'll be picking projects to get this done. Like I may do another one of those cabled hoodie that I did the toy box. I show everybody, and I got a lot of compliments on that there. I like crochet cables, I like knit cables, I like cables. The second one I will do the hood a little different, so there's more, you know, so it's not pulling. And goal is in the next couple of months to use up those 2 totes of yarn. Little by little.
Are you thinking of maybe for your using up your yarns in blankets, like just a throw, not like a great big blanket?
Usually when I do a blanket, it's full size. I do a full size. Now I did a lapgan.
Is that
Lorraine,
what they're called? The small ones, they're called lapgans. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Yes, they are. Lorraine, you be safe going to work, girl. You be safe, okay? Safe travels.
She should have a snow day.
I know she should. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And the thing is, I have patterns for some blankets, but I did this one I made for one of the girls I play cards with, whose legs are always cold. So I had some of the rocking horse, and I found more of it, and I made her a lapgan. No pattern. I just did my own pattern. I just started going, and I made it for her. And it was like 36 by 28, something like that.
Did you
lapgan?
Did you knit it or did you crochet it?
I crocheted that one. I flop between knitting and crocheting because of my hands. I've been working on so many small projects, but small diameter, that my hands, the arthritis and this weather's not helping. Okay, Lorraine, good. Okay, good. Hubby's driving Lorraine to work. Good. Tell him to be careful too, please.
Excuse me.
So that's one of my goals, is to use that up. There's a couple pillows that I want to do. So I'm working through my stash. I mean, you've seen I got that one little thing of yarn from Temu that I want to do a review on when I get through some of this. And I'm proud of myself. I'm being transparent. I am holding true to that list that I did the video on. I have finished 4 of the projects that were on that list. 4 of them, and I've got a couple more. Like Solar Flare. Solar Flare is I got the yarn and everything. I'm color controlling the flames. Okay, Lorraine, good. I can't wait. Post on Yaya's when you make it. It's really cute, Amy. But I've got to go back and rip out the first 4 flames, which is half. It's 4 flames, but each flame is 3 points. So those all have to be ripped out, and I'm dealing with yarn overs and all this stuff. So
your projects give me headaches when I think of all the stuff you do. I just like, oh my God.
All different projects?
I my whip back right over there, that little tower there, that's the small projects. Oh, newsflash, my broomstick, again, here's another one. It's almost finished. I finished the second panel. Now I'm going to block it before I put the edging. Welcome in, Mandy. Welcome in, dear. Before I put the connection, you got to crochet a row on there, and then you use a lattice work to connect the 2 panels. And then I've got to make the fringe, and it's done. So you be looking for that. Nice. I've got to do some blocking, and if it's a big snowy day tomorrow, I'll be setting up the table. I have a table in my room. putting out the blocking mats and going to town and blocking. So that's another one that's almost done. I finished the joggers. Those I'm gifting to somebody. My joggers. I had body dysmorphia, thinking I'm bigger than I am, and yeah, they're
That's the problem. Well, not my problem. I'm doing smaller. But I've done projects where, well, I just saw somebody. It was Yarn Barf. She made a MJ's Off the Hook top.
Yeah, the granny one.
Yeah, and she did it way too large. But that's how you learn too, right?
Well, that's what, like, I'm with that top I want to do. That's Lindsay's, called Ladies Night Out.
Is that
She
the one
doesn't-
you're working on, Darlene?
No.
Oh.
I don't have that the sizing or anything for that yet. Right now I'm just doing like a poncho for Dean.
Oh. Oh no, but I meant the one that had the beautiful design in it. It was knitted.
Oh, that's a cardigan, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no, the one that Lindsay's is just, it's a top called Ladies Night Out. And it's she just didn't have the size for me because I needed a bigger size than what she had. And plus I want to modify it a little bit, like longer.
Okay.
I want it longer because I don't like, and I want it a little bit looser.
It's
So,
easy for
I've
longer.
been-
It's when you're doing the width it's hard to figure out.
Well, I've been taking a class with a lady called Jill Wilcock the last Wednesday of the month. And Lindsay's the one that pointed me in her direction.
And
And she's
it's a class you go to, or is it a Zoom, or
it's a Zoom, it's like a Zoom class.
okay?
And she asked, she's focusing this on that top for me.
Oh,
There's a couple of us in it. Not too many. So another lady's going to be doing it also that's in the class. So Jill is trying to do a program that you punch in all your measurements, and is not just your bust and waist and your arms. It's like almost every inch of your body needs to be like
Really?
measured. And
and
measurements
the program
that
will
you don't-
bid out what size you're supposed to make, or
Yeah,
what's
like
the program?
because I couldn't get gauge either. So with the yarn that I want to use, Jill is, and I think she almost has it done,
Mhm.
like all the numbers that I need
Oh wow.
to be able to make this top with the yarn I want and the way I want it.
Oh wow.
So with this program that she's creating, I think pretty much anybody would be able to figure out on a pattern because not everybody's the same. We
Well,
all have,
True.
everybody is totally different. Like no two people have the same measurements.
I downloaded a knit program, a knit companion, I think it's called, something
Yep,
like
Knit
that.
Companion. Yep, I
Yeah.
use it on my tablet.
I can't figure it out at all. I can't even bring a picture. Like I don't even know what I'm doing.
You can bring in from your Ravelry library. You can bring in patterns that you have on your computer or your phone directly into the program. I use the free one. I'm not paying for it.
Okay. I was trying to put in a picture and it didn't like it, I guess.
No, it brings patterns. Stacy from Very Pink Knits has a whole series of videos on
I'm sorry, the what has?
Very Pink Knits. She has actually
yes, I did.
tutorials on how to use it. But
I have to start from the beginning of it. Yeah.
these are the two panels. Now, I didn't do mine 90 some rows. I didn't want mine that big. But
She is
Mine-
Jeanette. She's awesome.
mine will be I've got to do this is the edge. There's a thing you've got to do to prep for the lattice work to connect them. I've got a tutorial on the channel for that. I did tutorials for all of this this was a crochet along we had. But these are, mine will only be a shoulder wrap like this. So mine, I can take and put my arms out with it. Okay. That's all I wanted for this because I'm going to put fringe on it. And I love how the colors come out. This is done in Mary Maxim Prism. And so this is going to be another one. So I'm almost halfway through my big projects and especially the ones that have been lingering.
Yeah, sometimes you got to put them away because you got to be in the mood to finish them.
Yeah, exactly. Because I blocked this one, but I have to block the other one.
I have
I
two
measure-
projects that I have that I gotten quite a ways through, but the pattern or the tutorial on it is missing stuff. And I get so upset that I just threw it in the corner and I thought, maybe when I get better, I can figure it out.
That's why I put my blankets in timeout because I'm trying to get some of these because I've had a lot of major big projects going. Welcome in, Donna. Welcome in.
Welcome.
I have 3 Shaws by Lindsay from Nadiko Chic. And 2 of them are up on the door. That is Solar Flare. And her and I had a private knit class where she was helping with my brioche because that's one of my new techniques is the brioche, 2-color brioche, all brioche knit. But I tell her, I says, I keep getting extra stitches and it's just not working out. So we went over and there's a lot of, they look complicated, the stitches. And I was overthinking is what I was doing, but it'll say Burke, SSEKO and all stuff. I mean, there's like 9 letters in the abbreviation. So,
And I do that all the time, overthink something. It could be the easiest thing. And I can do something really hard easily and something really easy. I overthink it and I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I'm gonna work on this. This is another big project
beautiful.
That's been going on with the Nordica.
Yeah, I love how that stuff works.
Oh wow, the colors, I love them.
This is called Tangerine. I've got a crap load of Nordica. I've given a lot of it away too because I got it when it was on sale and
wow, it's really pretty. I love those colors.
Because the back is done. I'm doing the front now. The back is done. Yes, I made this oversized. I went with the large. But this is the front. The back, I mean.
Oh,
but it works up beautifully.
She's going to end up giving it away.
Gorgeous.
No, I'm going to probably keep this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a sweater? What is it?
Yeah, it's a sweater. It's a pullover sweater. There was a free pattern specifically from Premier's website for this sweater.
Oh, okay.
And it's your basic. It's a stockinette stitch, and I get bored with stockinette.
Well, you know what? This was supposed to be a stockinette stitch tank top I was working on, and I got the first panel done, and I was working on the second, and I got fed up with it, and I got discouraged. It was kind of wonky, so I tore it all up and I put it away. I unraveled it, and I said something will come up that I'll use this with, and this was it.
Well,
it come up beautiful. It come up beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to stay true to my accountability. And yes, I have 2 tutorials that are coming out this week. Hopefully get them both done and out. And then
they are
they're the cables we picked out of the book. One is hold on, I just got to finish a stitch here and move the stitch marker or I will drop my stitches.
No, don't do that.
The 2 that I have that are in process of filming, one is the Tree of Life dishcloth. I literally had to start it all over again.
Oh my.
Oh no.
These are worked in panels, Zara. I could have done them in the round. I just for easy sake for me, and I'll just sew them together. The one we're doing
yeah, I saw the first one
here.
that you put out. Yeah.
So this is the one that I'm finished filming up now is I did the sweeping cables. That one I finished. I'm now in the process of doing the seed stitch hearts. This is a more complicated and involved tutorial. This is going to be a long tutorial. It is right there, the one with the hearts.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, that one is really pretty.
So it's going to be a long tutorial. I mean, if somebody wants to watch it. And then, so I have those 2. And then I've got 2 stitch tutorials that were requested last live we did, so they're on my list to film those stitch tutorials.
And she wrote them down, Zara.
Yeah, yes, I did cast-ons. People want to see different cast-ons, whether it is a long tail cast-on, a knitted cast-on, and a cable cast-on. Those are the 3 that I'm going to do the tutorial on, and they're all going to be in the same video.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just going to title it cast-ons.
Yeah.
And then one for bind-off.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, bind-offs.
And then there's one that's going to be for a couple different bind-offs. All right, Dragon Cat, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you are going to be safe where it's warm and dry and you don't have to be out in the snow. Us up here in Canada, we're all getting whacked with snow.
Oh,
Well,
no
she's
kidding.
in. You're in Ontario, aren't you, Dragon?
No, she yeah, she's in Ontario, I think.
Yeah.
Because Frenchie is in New Brunswick. I'm going to do just your regular cast off, and then there's one that's called a stretchy cast off where it's used knitting 2 together. It gives a very stretchy cast off, which is good for things going over your head, socks.
Jeanette's got a question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeanette, I actually just watched
There's
a
few
new
different
knitted technique. Oh, sorry. Thank you, doll.
I guess it depends on what you're knitting. Or
There's okay, if you have a natural fiber wool or one that is mainly wool blend, you can do where you literally separate your strands a little bit and you trim away, you put them between your hand and you roll them like this, and it literally, the friction and the heat melts them together, blends them together. Yeah, and it's a strong thing. I use the magic knot method also, but there's so many tutorials out there on how to join yarn. Plus, I watched one this morning. I saved it. It was from Instagram. For adding the yarn into knitting. Okay. Suggested stockinette is the best way to do it.
If you're stockinette, I just I'll leave a long tail if I don't have enough to do a whole row, and just start from the beginning.
What I'll do is I will literally
That's smart.
take.
That works.
I will take and I will I'll finish the stitch with my yarn, but literally I'll do it for half a dozen stitches, running two strands, the new yarn and my regular through, and then it blends in fine. Even if it's a different color, it blends in fine. And then when I come back around the next round, I just knit them together.
Oh.
That's way, because my big thing is when I'm weaving in my ends, I make sure I weave in through the yarn, not through the stitch, but literally through the yarn.
You have to, you have to go in
I've never done that. I've always just gone through the stitch.
No,
and I give it away.
No,
if it falls apart, it's not my problem.
If you go through the yarn, it holds it so much better.
Yeah,
it holds it so much better.
You have to zigzag.
And a lot of times what I'll do is I will split the yarn. Okay. I'll go through, I'll split the yarn, and then I'll go back through, and then I put a small, tiny knot. You can't even see it. You can't even see it.
What you have to do is make sure that you haven't made a mistake before you start doing all that.
Well, exactly. Yeah, Demetra, exactly. And the thing is, it's like doing amigurumi. I'm not amigurumi. Graphgans. It's a way that you get that sharp line. That's why the cat's meow is on timeout, because that needs distinct straight lines. I put that because I want to practice, and I'm just beginning to delve into color work, both knitting and crochet. Boy, Zara.
He's
giving you more projects.
Well, and it gives me that I can do over time. Because like I said, a simple stitch tutorial doesn't take as long as like these cables. Some of these cables are 20 plus rows.
Yes.
Wow.
Pattern. It's a 20 stitch 20 row repeat for the stitch. In that one, you're going to be introduced to knitting baubles. I've worked with knitting baubles a couple of times. I prefer crochet baubles, but knitting baubles I've worked with, but it's going to be a new technique you're going to learn. Besides the cables and seed stitch, knitting baubles. So there's 3 stitches, techniques that are going to be in that one tutorial. And the great thing is you can freeze it, rewind it, and go back. I try to make my tutorials as information slow enough that you're sitting next to me and we're going through it. Make a mistake, let's fix it. That's my philosophy, and that's my structure of how I do my videos. They're not fancy. They're simple.
Yeah,
I
like
this theory.
you teach as if we're, and sometimes we are, like 5-year-olds.
No, I'm not teaching like final. But
Well, no,
the thing
but
is, I'm only an advanced beginner.
I'm just mean that you do it so a 5-year-old could understand it.
Donna, I actually, when I am filming my tutorials and I make a mistake, we fix it together. And I do have some up there, picking up a drop stitch and knitting. Crochet is much more forgiving than knitting is when it comes to
Drop stitches.
fixing mistakes.
Man.
And it's just the nature of the craft of the technique.
Antoinette, I've looked at so many videos on picking up drop stitches. I just want to take my whole computer and throw it in because against the wall, because I don't get it. I do it what they say and it still comes out all muffled.
The
Donna,
only thing- Go ahead.
Donna, I am in the process of reorganizing I have a whole playlist that's knitting tutorials. And within that itself, I'm going back and reorganizing my tutorials into like subsections where you'll have cast off, bind off, fixing mistake. When I am doing a knitting tutorial, and I've done it, and I'll say, oh, geez, made a mistake. Here's how we're going to fix it. We're going to frog it back, and we're going to fix this, basically teaching how to read your knitting. Read your
That's
knitting.
a smart way of learning. Yeah.
So I know I'm like you, Zara. I don't use them. Lifelines are a big thing. But here's what I will say.
Yeah. Depending
If
on
you
what the
like-
project is.
Yeah, if you like tutorials, okay, crochet, knit, Tunisian, find yourself a couple of different content creators that do tutorials, and make yourself a playlist, private playlist in your thing, and stick with those people, because if you find somebody that you connect with in how they teach, Crystal, Krista, I mean, all these people that do it, there's, and some may not have this stitch. I literally just put in the stitch. I'll put, if you type in yarn over K2TOG, my tutorial pops up a lot of times. And I put this, and that's how I find stitches.
Yeah, same here.
I put in the stitch itself right into YouTube.
Like when I wanted to do the CDD.
So I'm just writing down videos here. It's my video tutorial list. Because I've seen the same technique 3 different ways. You pick the way that's more comfortable for you. And I'm going to use crochet as an example. The big question, yarn over, yarn under. Yes, there is a different, and it does come out different. And some of the content creators that I've watched, show the difference in the yarn over to yarn under. There's a slight visual difference. It's what's comfortable for me. I do yarn over. The only time I did yarn under was when I was doing my broomstick single crochets. That's the only time I did yarn under, because it was more comfortable to do it for that.
There's a
I did.
YouTube lady that learned. That's the way she learned, was doing it yarn under. She didn't even know she was doing it different until it was pointed out to her.
And it's not wrong.
No,
Just like
it's
in
not.
No, just like in knitting, you've got continental, you've got English style,
Oh, yeah.
you've got pick, what they call picking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's whatever's comfortable to you. Now I do various ways. Same in crochet. In crochet, I change how I hold my hook. I can do the pencil grip.
Yeah.
I can do the knife grip. And I change how I control my tension in yarns in my hand. Because right now I have a Band-Aid on because I have a sore because I've been knitting so much with some wool that it's sore.
Oh yeah.
Exactly,
Oh, yeah.
Donna. Make like a
Sensitive,
skinny cat.
yeah.
But you got to find out what works for you. And that's in anything. Some people, there's no yarn shaming here, no yarn snobbery here. I use it all. Fancy, bougie, budget. I use it all. I like it all.
Antoinette,
Yes.
when you're using the different hook, knife grip, or pencil grip, do you finish the whole project in that, or do you
Nope.
switch from
I switch back and forth.
back and forth?
All right, Lorraine. Yeah, I agree. Do your rosary, my dear. But
so you don't find a difference in your tension or anything
Nope.
in the project?
no, I'll tell you, and how I found out about my tension, how my tension is Courtney from Fiber Fox Studio that told me I have got great tension when I was doing my mosaic. For some reason, it just I find I do change more in knitting. My tension in knitting changes more so than in crochet.
Oh.
I will say that.
Do you hold your yarn differently when you crochet than when you knit, though, don't you? Or do you?
Yes, I hold my.
See, I hold mine. It's the same either way. I wrap it around my fingers like wrap,
Oh my goodness.
like weave it in between.
That's a lot of wrapping now, Darlene.
It
When
gives
I-
you good tension, though.
I'm just going to do a little sample here. When I'm crocheting, there are times when I'm crocheting, I just do that. Okay, usually that's what I do, and I hold my finger like this. But there are times like I hold it like this, and I crochet this way. But there are times I find myself where I will wrap it, and I will literally pull from between these two fingers
Interesting.
and use this to tension. It's just,
Okay.
it depends on what the
What you're used
Really?
to, what's comfortable.
what the mood strikes me.
Well, hers
How
is
am I-
really- yeah, she does it differently all the time. I do the
How-
same thing. I hold mine the same way all the time.
Yeah,
I try
same
to
here.
do because I think it looks so elegant when you can do a pencil rather than like you're stabbing. I think it looks so elegant, but I cannot do it.
I find more comfortable the knife hold because it's like you're knitting. Because even in knitting, there's a way here on the island that, and if you watch a lot of videos from Scotland, Ireland, Canada, they when they're knitting, I'm trying to find. I'm just gonna go solo here for a minute.
Hmm.
Yes.
When they're doing their stock, I'm doing this mainly for stockinette. They literally hold their needle like this, and they knit like this, and just wrap at the end. I do that on stockinette a lot of times. Heck, I don't like being solo. I do that on stockinette because it changes, especially when I'm using DPNs. Circulars, it's hard because you get all this fabric bunch, but on stockinette, like socks, it's a big one I use for, changes the muscles that I'm using, and it gives my muscles a break because they do get very they ache.
Mhm.
And it's man, I got to order another set of copper gloves. I keep buying my copper compression gloves. I keep giving them away to people, so I got to buy myself another set because they do help. They keep my hands warm, and they literally help with the aches from the arthritis. And that's just a fact. I've broken both my hands several times. Age, well, all that stuff. You
You
know,
must have weather coming in.
yeah. And my tension changed too. I here where I've gone and I've done angry knitting, and I've had to go and frog it all out because my tension was so tight. You know, and I just call that my angry knitting because it's a way of focusing and channeling the negative feelings that I'm having here. Welcome in, Tuber Chat. Welcome in, dear.
Welcome. See, when
Donna,
I knit, like I'll knit, and when I come out of it, I usually like pull it down.
Yeah.
I'll knit and like to make the stitch tighter, but I make sure it's on the big side and not down
Well,
here.
When I am knitting on DPNs, I always say, am I freezing?
Yes.
It might be the weather. Like I said, we've got some weather coming in. I do
No,
It's
apologize.
almost like the old you.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it is now. But when you were showing your,
It was close up. Yeah.
it was going funny.
There was a question there. I gotta go back here. There's a question.
Uh-oh.
Donna, what brand of what, honey? What brand are you talking? A brand of needles, hooks, yarn? So I do apologize for the freezing.
Well, it's not you.
Well, we've got a lot of ice buildup. I put the Starlink on heat. Oh, gloves. I get them from Amazon, and they're Tommy Copper compression gloves. They're not cheap, but they do work. And I will put A535 or Icy Hot on my joints
Flip
and right
away.
here. And the compression gloves really help hold the heat in. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so good because I have a couple several different braces. One's just for the thumb because I get trigger thumb a lot. I won't do any more surgeries. Other ones I have right hand, left hand. One's pink, one's black, I think, that are a full brace that I wear, and I still try to crochet and knit with them. But it gives my hands break.
Do you sleep with them at sometimes just to give it?
No,
when you're awake. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a time in my life back in my 20s that they literally, I was in 2 braces at night in my hands because I was sleeping like this. And I find myself still doing it, so I have to remind myself, open my hands up.
Oh, dear.
Because I have broke both hands twice each. And then there have been various fractures beyond that. But I've broken both hands twice.
You broke a
That's
lot
why
of
the
bones.
arthritis is so bad. Doctor told me, you're going to hurt when you get old. No kidding.
Thanks.
But-
Yeah. Like I needed to know that.
But you want to know something? It's life. I have no regrets in how I've lived my life. I've always been active. And I'm trying to, wintertime is kind of hard. I get a lot of exercise in the house. I am up and down my basement stairs, up and down my stairs outside, up and down the driveway.
Me too.
Yeah.
Up and down and up and down.
Yeah, so it keeps me going when I'm working on the ferry, which I'm not sorry that I'm not working right now because it's too freaking cold.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah.
I said friggin'. I didn't say. I didn't
I'm sure
cuss.
that doesn't help arthritis either.
No, it doesn't.
That old. Yeah.
And just because you broke bones doesn't mean you don't get arthritis. Because I haven't broken any bones, and I threw out in my feet and
Sorry.
my.
Say, darling.
You don't have to break bones to get the arthritis, but it probably didn't help you.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. It
It
but-
emphasizes it. Yeah.
well, what it does is as we get older, and I always laugh. I compare my body to a car. In a car, you do brake jobs, you change tires, you change the fluids, the oils, and everything. Our bodies are pretty much the same way mechanically. We have things that wear out. Unfortunately, we just can't drive into a Jiffy Lube and get things changed.
Too bad.
They have surgeries and stuff that they can change things.
Yeah.
But it's seriously, and if you're a person that has lived an active life, and our jobs have a lot to do with it too. I mean, I drove truck for 30 years. I was a majorette into my
Me too.
20s. Yep.
I was too.
I was a majorette into my 20s. My jobs have always been very physically demanding.
Well, yeah.
know,
and plus, being a truck driver, you're sitting on your tush for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, but honey, my butt. I heard when I first started driving truck, I heard a driver made a comment, and I heard it. He goes, "Yeah, she looks good now." He says, "But give her 10 years of driving a truck, and her butt's gonna be down around her knees." I made sure that I stayed physically in shape the entire
You
time
made
I drove
somebody
a
laugh
truck.
with that one.
Yeah, I did my exercises when I was driving, and I walked. Yeah, no, and I unloaded my trailers, but I was not going to be.
Saggy butt.
No,
You were going to be a
Exactly.
I
saggy
just
butt.
mean it's like a sanitary or whatever the word is.
Mother Nature takes care of that. Like I said, I hit 60 and gravity mysteriously took effect and everything went.
60. It started in my 50s.
Nope, 60s when everything, it was like all of a sudden I hit a wall, and that's when I just froze there for a second. I think too is the speed that I have my frames per second on. That might be a problem too. Anyways, enough of that. But it's seriously, that's one of the things why people say to me, why do you have so many projects going in that? First of all, I like diversity. I like different things. I like a challenge, and I get bored, and I don't have ADHD or anything. It's just my personality. I have always been a yes, Demetri, they run, but once the winds hit 60 kilometers an hour, they shut the ferries down. I have always been a multitasker. From the time I was a child, my mom used to say I'd have umpteen things going on as a child because I was busy. Carried on into my adulthood, and I just and Warren used to tease me about he goes, this girl has umpteen things going on. She's driving a truck, she's doing her degree, and she's running our business. And it keeps my mind active.
It's what's called a type A personality, Antoinette. You always have to be
I'm pretty much a type A personality.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. I'm the first in the pecking order, and they say a lot of firstborns are type A.
Oh my, not so true. My brother is the oldest, and he's so not type A. He's if there's a D, that's what he is. He's so laid back.
Well, plus she's a woman, so women can usually do multi things.
That's true. But I will say, I have found the older I get, my multitasking, I have to slow down. Okay, I've had to slow down. My mind doesn't work as quick and as sharp as it did 10 years, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why I still do a lot of math, the accounting and stuff for the chamber, and
keeps your
playing
mind.
cards.
Yeah.
I play poker, and they're using a calculator, and I add it up in my head. I double check with calculator, but I add in my head all the time, and I can add faster than they can put it into the calculator.
Wow.
Numbers has always been my thing. Statistics, numbers. To me, numbers give the world order.
Yeah. Well, and you use it in almost everything you touch. So if you're good at it, it helps. Yeah.
People that design use algebra, and people don't realize it. But there are some of the things we learn in high school, and you said, I'm never going to use this. And you find that you do use it. You do use it.
Oh, yeah. Like Dean being in the excavating business, you ask him crazy numbers and he'll be able to give you the answer pretty quickly without using a calculator. And I'm there using the calculator. Oh, you're correct.
I just typed in there. If you type drop, and I don't mind if you do it a couple of times through the live, but just don't. Okay, type drop. Welcome in, Michi. Welcome in. Type drop, and it will.
Welcome.
Nightbot will drop your link. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't gone to some people's channels or check them out, go check them out. Show the love. Share it. That's how so many new friendships are made, because you go and oh, geez, I didn't know about this channel. Donna, I started watching Donna's videos. She commented on one of my videos. I went and I checked her out, subscribed. Thank you, Michi. Oh my gosh, Michi. Just so you know, we have a goal, and the goal is I hit 10 super chats or super stickers. I have a giveaway that I would be drawing for at the end of the live, which is in about another 50 minutes. Okay. It's an electric ball winder, and it's for US and Canada. Overseas, we'll get a gift voucher. But that's what we're going to do at the end of this live. I'll do just a random draw, StreamYard giveaway tool. So stick around till the end of the thing there, or be listening so you can have your, because StreamYard uses people that are talking in the chat, just as Nightbot does. So, I'll do a thing, give me a break in the chat. Oh, thank you, Michi. Thank you. And and that's what I like to do. But check these channels out, the people that are dropping their links. Go check them out. Donna, Michi. Check them out. Got a lot of great content. Michi, I was learning German. I've learned a few words in German.
Wow.
And I actually do have German in me. My dad was Irish and German. But most of of what I know is Italian, Spanish, French, Latin, but learning a little bit of German now.
Wow. Nice.
Can you speak French?
I understand it more. What I know, I get my mouth washed out for.
Okay.
But I can read it more so, and I can struggle through with the guys that come in from Quebec that used to come into my store. Between their English and my French, we would manage to communicate.
Yeah.
I just don't, Donna, that happens to everybody, dear. That happens to everybody. And I'll explain in a minute why. The problem is I do not like butchering a beautiful language. Same with my Italian. I don't have Michi's from Germany, so she has that. She can pick up that German, a nice German accent. People that are from Italy can pick up the nice. I don't have the exact to be able to speak at the I don't know.
The way you think it should sound. That's what a lot of people stop themselves from speaking it because of that reason.
Well, that's just it.
Like
but
that as well.
I can read more, and I can I can go through, and I'll tell you why. Because I did 2 years of Latin in high school, preparing for medical school, nursing school, and Latin is the basis for almost all languages in the world. So through taking Latin, I can translate or get a general idea of what I get a paper in German, or I get a paper in French or Italian or Spanish or Portuguese. I take that Latin base root word. That's how I find it. Okay, Donna, your watch hours are for a 12-month span. Mine do it all the time. We can all, anybody in here that has a channel can say your watch hours fall off. It happens because this time, 12 months ago, might not have been putting content out. It might have been during the summer. It happens. And that's how it's done. The smaller channels, we're smaller channels. So, unless if that's why I run playlists. I clear my watch history and I run somebody's playlist, and I clear my watch history and I watch somebody else's playlist to give them watch hours. And it's consistently, I was only 400 and some odd hours away from full monetization, and bam, I lost 300 watch hours, but it was just the time of the year. If you go back to 12 months ago, look at your analytics. I don't like to watch analytics. I'm not here for that. I'm here to share and community and all that stuff. Welcome in, Nessa.
Welcome.
Latin's easy. It really is easy.
Oh, yeah.
Because we spoke nothing but Latin in class. She had a little chicken that she would turn around, and it had dokia in it, candy. And she would turn it around, which meant we were talking the whole class in Latin, no English. You had to ask a question and answer a question in Latin. But I aced both years. I loved Latin. I loved it.
Can you still speak it today?
I read it. It wasn't the Latin, it was reading it, translating it. I watched Outlander, and it was listening to Gaelic, which is from Scotland, which is where my husband's family's from. So it's nice just hearing the different languages. Again, don't have the accent to be able to make these languages do them justice, as beautiful as they are. French, Italian, Spanish, all these different languages. German, I find, has a more guttural. Thank you, Demetra. Thank you. Has a guttural sound to it. But they're all different. So I don't want to butcher it. But a lot of times it comes in handy when I'm trying to read something, especially if I'm when I first started coming to Canada, and a lot of the signs were in French, and I had to deal with shipping and receiving people up here in Canada. I had to be able to at least read. I could go into McDonald's and it was all in French. In Quebec, it's all in French, and I could order something to eat. So it helped. It helps in patterns sometimes. I had a pattern that there was no English version available. It was a very basic pattern. I don't remember what it was for. I did for a scarf. When I first started, I was able to get the gist of what they were trying to say for the pattern, to get through it. But it was just a simple pattern.
Well, that's good. You have that ability. I came across a Spanish tutorial, and then they had a graph.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do this graph to make another sweater, and I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't. I even put it in the AI translation thingamabob, and I don't know. I just kind of gave me a headache, so I never mind that. Maybe I'll go back to it.
Well, and again, it's again with anything, learning a new stitch, learning a new technique or a new craft, everything comes in time. The
Yeah.
more you do it, the better you get.
Yeah.
I took 4 years of French when I was from elementary into junior high. I had a year of Spanish, 2 years of Latin. The Italian I learned from my family. But if you don't use it, you lose it. And I did, because I used to be able to speak French. But the French that I spoke was not Canadian French. It was Parisian French.
Oh, that's
Totally
even
different.
better. Now
It's
that's
too
how
good.
they speak today.
Up here, they speak a lot of Franglish. Part French, part English.
Hard English, yeah.
Um,
Back in
my-
the day when I was growing up, they were sending all the government people to learn French, and that's what they were teaching the Parisian.
French immersion.
Yeah.
My teacher was Madame de Verna. That was my and she was from France. She was actually really a French person,
Hmm.
and I started that in 3rd grade.
I went on a trip with my grandmother, and there was a Parisian Frenchman in the train, and he was trying to communicate with the conductor, and the conductor didn't understand a word he said, and he was French. And my grandmother went up and said, well, he's asking, I forget what it was, but she could understand him perfectly.
My candy cup. I'm getting a piece of candy. That was made by the beautiful Dawn Aaron from Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands Creations. She made that for me. I won't put coffee in it. I won't put liquid in it. It's candy.
Yeah.
Getting a little piece of candy. My blood sugar's low. I haven't eaten today, so I'm just getting a little piece of candy. So I'm just going to put off screen while I chew, because I don't like to do that on screen. Sorry. I don't want to chew on screen.
Oh, okay. That's what okay.
Yeah, I don't want to chew on screen.
No, we'll just listen to you chew.
No, we can do that. We can fix that.
No, I
Oh,
was
no,
just
now she muted herself.
I was just teasing you, Antoinette.
My mic, believe it or not, is over here. And for some reason, okay, I can come back on.
If you're pointing to it, we can't see it.
Thank you, Perp. Thank you. No, I didn't eat any breakfast. My blood sugar gets low, and everything starts.
No, I understand that because I'm a diabetic, so true
Yeah.
blue diabetic for over 50 some years. So yeah, I know.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Demetra,
We're approaching our goal,
Yeah.
and
6.
actually, there's 7. I have a little thing up here that shows me what it is.
Oh, because mine. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
I
on
see it
my thing
too.
too, but it says 7 or 6.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yep. So thank you, everybody. Again,
Time.
what'll next week's prize be? You never know. I mean, there might be some of my makes. I might give some of my makes away. You never know. I don't know till the day of the live what I'm going to do.
Keeps you in
And-
surprise too.
I like to surprise people.
Very
I do,
spontaneous.
Well, yeah.
Spontaneity is a spice of life.
I can't do what you're doing, Darlene. Talk on video like this and crochet. I just can't do it.
Oh, it's knitting.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, but it's if you can count to 3, you can do this.
Well, that is what is it? 3 what?
You knit 3, then you yarn over or slip stitch with yarn in front.
Ah,
It's the pattern that I made Dean's. Oh, Zara, what did
congratulations, Zara.
Hi, Zara. Congratulations. Okay, Zara.
Congratulations. What'd she win? What'd she win?
Well, she has to pick a number between 1 and 7.
1 and 7.
So pick a number between 1 and 7, Zara.
2, please. What'd she win? What'd she win?
We shall soon find out.
We started watching the show on Apple TV called Prime Target. It's pretty
Hey,
interesting.
Zara. Let me just share my screen.
Yes, share your-
Zara, I'm going to show you what
bring,
is.
bring you up big.
Make you big, yeah.
I went to the drawer, and again, it's not, probably be something else in it, but it's a pair of scissors.
Oh, those are cute.
Oh, they're like oil spill.
Yep. And a set of
No.
marine
Ooh.
knitting stitch markers.
Cool. Congrats. That's lovely.
So Zara, that will be, I'm going to get a bag and put them in there, mark your name on it.
Woo.
And they will be in this little, and you can use this for a notions pouch, because I got a bunch of these. In this here. And there'll probably be something else in there too. You never know. I'm just going to put Zara's name on this. That was a surprise giveaway. That's not the electric ball winders towards the end of the live. There we go. And we put Zara's name on here. Okay, Zara, congratulations. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
I got some new stickers that are going to be on the packages now. Because I like to put stickers on my packages. I mean, my presentation is as nice as some people's. Let me get out of here. But the new stickers that I got are anchors.
Oh.
So when you get this and you see an anchor, you know it's for me before you look at the return address. Because these are all stickers. And this one here, this goes on every Happy Mail package. It says, you've got Happy Mail. But these are all the stickers I put on packages. And I also put stickers in people's Happy Mail. And this is a vintage. I got a bunch of these. Vintage, back in the day when things used to come in tins. Lipton Cup of Soup. I've got Ritz crackers, Christie crackers. I've got a King Cole tea tin. I had a whole bunch of them. I gave a bunch away when I was closing my store.
They are great for.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. And I got to bring it up on my phone. Yes. Last week we talked about a yarn swap, and I have gotten some people that want to do the yarn swap. Now, what it was you were asked to. I started a thread on the community tab, also in the Yayas, and you were to put. Yes, I'm interested in the yarn swap, and I want to swap with somebody in Canada, or I want to swap with somebody in U.S. only, or I want to swap internationally, or something like that. Then you will get with that person, and you guys will decide what you want to do for your yarn swap. And it's just, again, using stash yarn, okay? So I'm going to go off here with Darlene and Suzanne are going to chat with you while I go pull some names. So I'm just going to stop myself here, but I'm watching. So I've got to look at my phone to do this.
Yeah, I'm not in that because, well, I would, but I can't see all of my yarn because somebody still has to put shells together so I can put all my
you're
yarn.
doing your yarn room, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, I figure if I'm doing this, then he should be able to do all that for me, right? I think that's a fair trade-off. Don't you, hon? He's pretending he's ignoring me.
He doesn't work, does he? He's retired?
He does. He takes the winters off.
He takes the winters off. Oh, nice.
Yeah. You don't want to work in excavating in this kind of weather. So yeah, he takes the winters off. So I get him till April first week of April. He goes back. But it's nice.
Oh yeah.
But when he goes back to work, it's like I'm here all by myself, and it gets so lonely.
Aw, you can always call Antoinette or me.
Or Marlene, if Marlene's in there.
Well, actually, in the summer, I'm usually biking a lot. We bike a lot, but in the winter, it's kind of in this weather. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah. Well, some people like to ski and all that stuff, although we don't do any of that stuff.
Pardon me?
We don't do, people like to ski.
Oh, you ski?
No, some people do.
Oh.
I've never skied in my life.
Oh.
And I have chronic pain in that, so I'd be scared to death that I'd fall.
I joined many years ago when I was working with Belle. I joined to learn how to ski, and I went rollerblading the weekend before, and somebody clipped my skate, and I went up and I came down on my elbow.
Oh my goodness.
So I couldn't even move it. So much for learning how to ski.
Yes, goodness. Yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah,
You didn't get it. It didn't shatter. I hope.
no, but it hurt quite a lot. Like I was black and blue.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought, Zara. It's a good bartering idea. But yeah, he has headphones on, so he's pretending he can't hear me now.
So you
that's
know when
okay.
to say something and when not to.
Okay, right now there are only 4 people that have showed interest in the yarn swap. I've got Denise E USA only, Zara International, Lorraine Canada, and Perp International, and I will be doing a yarn swap, and I will go international.
So did you pull names then?
Nope, not yet. I'm gonna let
Oh.
it run for another week.
Oh, okay.
The yarn swap.
Michi's showing you that in 4 minutes we will be drawing for the ball winder if we get the reach the goal. So there you go. 4 minutes.
Oh, you got a timer. Okay, there.
Thank you, Michi. Thank you.
guess
So
you
yeah,
can
so I'm gonna let it
do
stay open another week. I'm gonna go back onto the Yayas, and also maybe I didn't post on there, but I will post on the Yayas too. Again, I've got 2 internationals, 1 US, 1 Canada, plus me. I'm international, so I'll do US, Canada, international. The reason I say this before we pair people up is this way you can talk to each other. Somebody might have allergies. Somebody might have a yarn weight preference. Somebody might be anything goes type thing. It's a way, and it's and it's a way to thank you, Michi, and it's a way to cultivate friendships, just like we do the Happy Mail Advent Project. Okay, so and it's been successful. It really has. Suzanne and I did a yarn swap a few years ago. There was yarn she needed, and then she sent me yarn I had never tried.
I needed
So
this.
that's the top she's wearing. It was Red Heart in a Red Heart. It's a wrap in Whisper.
That's right. That's what it was.
It was called Whisper, and I've
Good
tried to
memory.
find that colorway.
She has such a memory. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's scary.
For
sometimes.
some things, don't ask me what I did yesterday because I couldn't tell you. I played poker. I won. I won again. I
Oh,
won
you
first
did
place.
some shoveling. I think you told me.
That's something I'm trying not to think about. Okay, I don't want to think about it. I'm so tired of shoveling.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So this yarn swap you're trying to get.
All
going.
right. We have hit our goal of 10
Look at that.
super
Why
chats,
is
super stickers.
some I can like and some I don't? I can't.
What?
No,
Like
we are
some it
showing.
says that I can
Welcome in.
hit a like button.
DC.
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3. We have reached 1, 2, 3,
It says 10,
5,
yeah.
6. We've reached it. So everybody, I need a break. Let me go here. Whoops, hold on. I need a break in the chat.
I can't do anything in the chat now.
Yeah, everything's counting 10. Everything's counted in their meat sheet. Showing star 10. There's 10. There's 10. I put in super stickers and super chats.
That's weird.
There you go. There's your break.
Okay, there's a break. Okay, everybody just start posting, whether it's an emoji or anything. Just chat for about 30 seconds to, just put it in there. And then I'm going to call for a break in the chat, and then we're going to roll it. Here, I'm gonna go to present. I got to share screen. Yep, everybody just, I've got to go down here.
I can't do it.
Okay. Do you have a phone? Do it on your phone.
Oh,
That's because I got
I
my
didn't
phone
think
here.
of that. Didn't think of that.
Yeah, you can do it on the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna block my screen and reload the page. My browser is blocked. Okay. Can I have a break in the chat, please? I've got to go down here. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to share screen. Share screen. We're going to go here. We're going to share the screen. And this is for the electric ball winder. We have 15 entries. How many people were in?
Your break.
I
And that's-
couldn't do
that's-
that, so
That's right. All right. And here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
This is who's going to win.
Nice one. Yeah.
oh, just one. Knitting Purple got it.
Perp, you have. Stop sharing. There we go. And we go back to here.
Stopped on my
Perp.
name for half a second.
Perp, you won the electric ball winder. And I'll show just for those that didn't see what it looked like. Oh, Perp wants me to spin again.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, Perp is paying it forward, so we're going to draw again. So let me go here for transparency. And share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen, and we're going to draw again.
Lorraine.
Well, Lorraine won in last week's live, so we're going to draw again because I'm trying to let everybody get a chance to win. She won last Sunday's live. Tuber chat, I know you're not into crochet. Do you want this paid forward? Let me go over here. He's still here? Tuber chat, are you in here? Not in here, so we're gonna redraw one more time. Let's do it. I think we can do it. They say third time's charm.
this is true. She
Gee.
Michi, you have won, my dear. Perp paid it forward, so Michi's crochet nook has won.
Cutting
Now
your
I need
ass.
you.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, congratulations, Michi. And
Yes,
Michi was
congratulations.
yes, and Michi was in there just running and with super stats and super stickers. Oh boy, gosh. I just need when you win, just to email me. My email address is at the bottom. And Michi, I know you had sent me a couple years ago. You sent me a card, a very lovely card, because I love your name, Michaela. I love that name. Send me your address and your phone number because I need the phone number for the customs
That's
papers,
some-
and I will get this out to you, my dear. So those are our two winners for today.
Congratulations. That was a hard time picking that last one.
Congratulations.
I think that happened.
Congratulations.
That kind of happened last week too.
Oh, did it?
And Perp, thank you very much for paying it forward. You're welcome,
Yes,
Michi. Like I
very
said, it's an
sweet.
electric ball winder. You'll have to let us know on your channel how it works. I never unpacked it from the box, but I ordered it specifically with some of the chats a few weeks ago for a Sunday live giveaway.
And it's
No.
such a pretty color.
Congratulate! Yeah, I was going to show you. Oh, I was going to show you the color. Some people, their favorite colors are blue. Mine's the ocean colors, but this is the color that it is.
Look at that.
Where did you buy it? Where did you purchase it, Antoinette?
Timu. I got it off Timu.
Oh, okay. Because when you said
So-
the price, I thought, oh, that's pretty good.
It was like 25 Canadian, 26
Yeah.
Canadian.
It was not bad at all.
And I will be ordering another one for another future giveaway because it's something that we can all use. Just like I have knitting needles, crochet hooks, notions. I try to get stuff, and then every once in a while I have something different. I've got a couple diamond paintings that are lighthouses, and we all know that I've got some beautiful that I ordered especially for the channel project bags.
Mm.
Yeah, if you don't, they're on the community tab. There is a specific thread post about the yarn swap. Okay. And hey, it might be a chance for you to try some new yarns. Also, I'm trying to think. We're gonna pull from stash. You know, maybe there's something that you need in this, and your partner's gonna have it in their stash. It's like, yay, and you can get the yarn.
I took a chance and I ordered from Temu some yarn, and it was pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
I have one I have to do a review on that I had ordered, and because I've never ordered yarn from them.
Mine was actually very fine, but what I did was I doubled it up,
Yeah.
and one was a little thicker than the other one, but I thought, you know what? Who cares? And the tops
All
turned
right.
out nice.
All right, Lorraine. And Lorraine, again, the following week, if you won in the previous live, I'm gonna redraw up your name, guys, only so everybody gets a chance. Okay, so I hope nobody gets upset about that.
Well, it's
Because
pretty
this
fair.
this is going to be, some of this is going to be in a future live Sunday live gift away. I'm going to do a review on it because there are 10 in here.
Is that from Temu?
This is from Temu. It's a merino. Okay,
Oh,
and
make yourself big and show it again, please. It's just I couldn't see it.
okay, this is the yarn. It's from Temu. Okay, it's
Oh, it's
100%
very
merino.
nice.
50 grams.
Does it look like a 4-weight?
No. This is like sock. This is sock weight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I'll tell you, it is really nice feeling, and it smells like wool. This is this is really going to be, you know, and like I said, 50 is probably 200 yards on here, 50 grams, 220 yards roughly, and that's just using a formula that you weigh. There's a formula, and I have it wrote down somewhere. Anyways, if you have a partial skein, partial hank, partial ball, cake, whatever, and you want to know about how many yards you have, you weigh your skein, you take that number and divide it by the original weight of the full skein, hank, cake, and then there's a couple more steps that you do, and you can get a pretty close approximation of how many yards you have in that, you know, leftover.
I've done that a few times. Yeah.
But it's a real pretty. It's like a cobalt blue,
Yeah,
It's
it's really
really
pretty.
and it feels as nice as my sock yarns. It really does. It really feels nice.
I came
know?
across that formula you were talking about. I got so
Yes.
excited. I was coming down the stairs. I had a coffee and I had my phone, and I thought I was at the last step, and I was not. And I
Oh no.
flying off the stairs and fell down and hit the last stair in my back of my rib.
Oh,
I had to
no.
go to the hospital.
Oh goodness.
Make sure I didn't break the rib.
Yeah, I got yarn going everywhere.
Yeah, that's a nice idea, like Zara, to try and get Antoinette fully monetized by her birthday, which is April 17th. That'd be a nice birthday gift, wouldn't it? If you could be fully monetized by then.
Disclaimer: I take no. If you have nightmares, not my fault. Thank you, Michi. Thank you, dear. I will be working on through this week getting some of these packages out. Again, I have to go to St. John, and it's a busy week with admin work for the chamber and for school, for teaching. I had started some projects, and I'm going to frog them. This is a mic, and this is a nice yarn. Splits like the Dickens, but it's Softy Silk by Michaels.
Okay.
And the reason I'm backwards is I have my thing mirrored so you can actually
You're
see.
not backwards.
Oh, okay, just me. Thank you, Nessa. Thank you so much.
I just went and grabbed the yarn that I bought from Temu to show you.
Well, here, I'm gonna make you big. Hold on. Again, I'm not big at buying yarn from Temu, but I wanted to try it and see if it was a viable yarn, and I was really quite impressed with this.
So I got a whole bunch of little things like this.
Oh, yeah, I saw the cashmere. I saw it. Is it
Yeah.
soft?
Oh, it's so soft. And then I bought this as well. And I made this with it.
Oh, like what you have on.
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty.
yeah. But this is the one I didn't do in panels. I did it like, yeah, just keep going.
Oh, around.
Yeah. And I'm adding because it was way too small.
Yeah.
Donna, I will run. If you have a playlist, Donna, I'll go to your channel, check it. I'll run you tonight.
Faith won't take me down. I just wanted to show him.
There you go. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so that yarn is really, really soft.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't that bad a price, and you know, it's you're welcome, Donna. It's a nice way, but again, I got it to try, and then I'm going to share.
It looks really nice, that one though.
The
That
merino,
was
it
merino
really is.
wool? Was that what it was?
It's 100% merino wool.
I might try that one next time.
I'd have to look at my. Oh, thank you, Donna. I have to. When I do the review, I will be putting a link in the exact one that I found. You know, I'll put a link in because you know how it is with Timo. You get it one thing, and you have to go back to your orders to find out where it is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes
I
you don't have it in again.
I have almost $70 in credit on my Temu account.
Gosh.
How
I got my first free item. I got a bacon tray for the microwave with a lid.
Oh,
Do you use it?
Yes, it works really
Oh.
good.
That's good.
So these are going to need recaked, but
I got to show you something. I'm so happy with myself. Do you remember when I was saying that I couldn't get the edging proper, like
Yep.
with the chains? I figured it out myself.
that
Really
looks
good.
good.
Oh wow,
That looks good.
nice.
Very nice.
I'm so
Are you
proud of
slipping
myself.
or
Yes. Slipping
yeah.
pearl wise with the yarn in front.
yeah, exactly. And that gives you that edge.
Yes.
You know, it gives you
Because-
that edge where you can, if you have to draw panels together.
Yeah, and well, it's a poncho, so no need for that.
Well, yeah.
But still, it was pretty much practice.
Keep
I just
dropping
had to
stuff.
show that I'm so proud of myself that I finally figured it out.
Oh, it's
Well,
it feels so good when you figure something out.
You
It
should be. You
does.
should be.
Yeah, it's
And like I
There-
knew you guys would understand.
Well, there isn't a person in here, knitter or crocheter, that gets excited when they've been trying something and they figure out something new. It's like, you know, but that's what it's all about. And then being able to share it with us. Tips,
yeah, 'cause-
tricks.
'Cause
yeah,
I
well, you
shared
know what
with
happened
Dean.
with my top that I just showed you? I kept looking at it and trying to figure out how to bring it up and around, and nothing made sense for it. Just didn't make sense. And then one day the light bulb went on, and I just took it and I threw it down and looked at it, and I thought, okay, I think I got it, and I did.
You know, I share this stuff with Dean, and he looks and he's like, tries to be happy for me, but he has no idea what I was saying.
But they've been around you so long, and they know you're like, because you always talk to them, right? Like you're
Well, yes.
so like I'll do something, and like Mike said when I finished this top, he said, "Oh my god, it's so nice." He says, "It looks like you bought it."
Zara, somebody's asking about the waistcoat stitch. Now, people that aren't in Ladybird Loves member group, we did a pick and mix cow a couple of years ago. Yeah, Zara, do you remember the waistcoat stitch? Yeah, everybody hated that waistcoat stitch.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that said, "Oh no, I'm not doing that. That's a waistcoat stitch." I've never done it, so I don't know what it is.
I don't know
It's-
what the
it
waistcoat
involves slip
stitch is.
stitching or something.
It's a very tedious stitch. It's crochet. It's very
Yeah.
tedious. I did not like it. My hands hurt.
I think it has to do with slip stitching. Eh?
Yeah, there's Zara. Zara's the one. We all sent stitches in, and there was a bunch of stitches put on a wheel. Then there was colors put on the wheel. Okay, color numbers and that was the blanket. You guys remember that I did in all the neon
Yeah.
colors after Bella passed
Oh.
away.
I
And,
seen
yeah.
it in person, and yeah, I should have had sunglasses on. Sunglasses on.
Yep.
this on.
So yeah, so it it's the forbidden stitch. Yes, exactly. Everybody, the only one that liked it was Zara. Every one of us said, "Oh, never again." And we're yeah, it's with the single crochet. You're splitting the single crochet. The thing is, we're doing exactly, Michi, exactly. Don't worry about doing it. We're going to be doing a cow in 2026. And the first thing Lisa said was, no waistcoat stitch. Everybody dropping their channels. Please go check these other channels, content creators out. Show them some love. Everybody here are all wonderful content creators, and they have lots of great content. Michi, go check out her. She'll teach you German. She does all kind of her lives. Nessa has wonderful content, yarn hauls and project whips, whipspos. Donna has yarn hauls and projects she's working on. And I mean, there's just everybody here is so talented. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. I try to remember everybody, but I can only see so much of the chat right here. And I got one of my hairs tangled in this.
One stitch I didn't like. It was in like one of my amigurumis, I think, that you had to like kind of like crochet backwards or something.
That's crab stitch.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I do not like.
I love that. I love that one.
There is a video, and I forget who has it. There is. That'd be good, Zara. There you go. There's Zara's first tutorial she's gonna do the waistcoat stitch. There is a video of somebody showing how to do the crab stitch without going backwards. They show you it's a matter of twisting your crochet hook and just doing it normally, so you're not killing yourself.
I saw that one too.
Write that one down, Zara, so you can do that tutorial.
Exactly, Zara. It's like one of my favorite stitches to use for crochet for a garment is the linked double crochet, the linked single crochet, the linked treble, linked half double, because it makes a solid fabric. Well, it looks nice, Michi, but this other way you do it, you go in, but you twist your crochet hook a certain how many times, and then you just go in normally and finish your stitch. Yeah, exactly. And it makes a great border on a blanket.
Yeah,
So,
this was
you find all these tricks and think how to do things, and then you forget where you saw it, and then
on an amigurumi.
when you need to do it, you can't figure it out.
It was on an amigurumi, and it's one that I would have given away because I can't see anything here that would have it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But see, coming to the lives,
Oh, this guy I think has it.
You find out, tips and tricks and new kinds of yarn, new patterns for inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nastasia. Yeah, Donna Wolf. Nastasia. Yeah.
I hated that.
Oh, and look how nicely you did it.
Oh, it sucks.
It sucked.
No,
Maybe because it was so tiny, eh?
Yeah.
It's a tight stitch.
Yeah, it was so tiny.
Yeah, and I because I used a linked double crochet when I did my elf coat, and there's something else I was doing that had linked double crochets in it. And yes, the yarn has been pulled and it has been put with the pattern for the elf coat. After I finish some of these big projects, I will be limiting my amount of big projects I'm doing to three, and doing a lot of small projects or working on blankets and squares, and I am amigurumis.
Trying to think. I know I did the linked crochet thing, but I don't remember what it was.
And it's just like, instead of doing a chain 3, you do a stacked single. It makes a neater edge. It looks more like a double crochet.
And it's straight. It keeps your end
Edge straight. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, even in the round, I use a stacked single. If you're a tight crocheter, you can always try going up a half, and do a gauge swatch. Go up a half a size in hook. And if you get gauge, there you go.
I find when I'm following a pattern, I forget about the stack single crochet because I'm following the pattern, right?
Yeah.
And I'd rather do a stack single, but I don't remember. And then I say, oh, well, maybe next time.
Can you hear my girls' mouths?
See,
So
I'm
so
a
that's
type- I think
Go
I'm
ahead,
a
no,
type
go ahead.
crocheter because of my amigurumis.
Pardon?
I think I'm a tight crocheter because
Oh,
of my
because of your-
amigurumis.
Yeah.
You have to be tight in that,
Mm-hmm.
or else you get like it just looks. You just see all the stuff inside.
When do you notice a difference when you're finished an amigurumi and then you go to a regular pattern? Are your stitches still tight?
See, I don't really crochet regular.
Oh,
I haven't in a long time.
Oh, that's right. You do more knitting, eh?
I would rather knit. It's
Yeah.
easier on my hands.
Okay.
Like amigurumi is really hard on the hands. You can
Oh,
only do a little
yeah.
bit at
Yeah.
a time. But yeah,
And again-
I enjoy the knitting. I like the
Ne-
fabric
uh,
and everything better.
Nessa Michi, a lot of everybody is saying that they like that sack because it just like in knitting, by slipping the last stitch with the yarn in the front, you get the neater edges. Again, this is
Oh,
the
the
tips.
knitting. Yeah. I forget
This is-
that too.
This is the tips and tricks, that we get to share with everybody.
Mhm.
And if this is a very slippery yarn, but when your hair gets knitted, welcome in, Josie, welcome in, dear, gets caught into it. Yeah.
It's hard to get out. I know.
Yeah.
Especially
if it's not mine,
in
yes.
a project. Oh.
It's the dog's hair if it's not mine. Mine's just a little bit longer. But I want to make a top with this because it's so silky soft. We'll just put it aside for now.
Make a summer top. It would be
That's what
Fast
I'm
fast
looking to do with it.
Yeah.
This whole cabinet's gonna be reorganized with sock yarn and some stuff. My bougie yarns are all going in there.
Oh, hi, Josie.
Welcome in, Josie. Yeah, so we got the last 15 minutes or so of the live. If you haven't dropped your channel link yet, please drop your channel link yet. And if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Show some love. I don't know whose lives are next. I stick to doing my scheduled lives on Sunday at 1:00 because I'm trying to fit in between as much as possible other people that have lives scheduled. Again, the pop-up lives, that just happens. But please go check everybody's channel out. Play their watch lists, because there's people trying to get to milestones. Donna and I mean, Michi, she's a bigger channel. Nessa, I think Nessa is monetized now. Think Crochet, that is Zara. Go check Zara out and subscribe because I'll tell you what. First of all, when Zara has a very soft, melodious voice.
Yeah, I was going to say that. She has a beautiful voice.
She's got a beautiful voice and she's got some great content. And she's going to be doing her first tutorial on, we call it the Zara stitch, but it is the waistcoat stitch.
I'm looking forward to that.
Did you
one.
just
I
talk
don't know
her
that.
into that?
No, hey, we share here. I've got my list of tutorials due to Zara because Zara is a very prolific knitter. She really is. She does beautiful, beautiful work. She's tackled some patterns that were quite difficult. She did a sweater pattern
With,
that we were doing a
cables
knit along.
and bobbles,
and cables
I
and
think.
everything in it. Oh, Nessa, anytime, dear. Good. I'm glad, Nessa. But that doesn't stop you. Once somebody gets monetized, don't stop watching them. I mean, if you enjoy them enough to go subscribe, help them get to the monetization level, continue to show your support. I know there's so many channels out there. People have 3, 4, 5 thousands of channels they subscribe to, but I'm sure that we all have a handful of channels that we watch all the time. Oh, thank you, Michi. Thank you. Yeah, and sometimes you have to go back and check.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry to that person. Every once in a while, go back and go over your subscribe list and check to see if you're subscribed because they, for some reason,
They do.
they unsubscribe you. But YouTube
Yeah.
did tell me, I did an email with them, that if somebody is subscribed to a channel, but they never go and they see activity from that person, they automatically, it's kind of like cleaning house, they'll unsubscribe you. Okay, so the person that has that channel, so go to your channels. Just take one day, go to each channel, watch a video, comment, put a sticker, something. So that keeps you subscribed to the channel. It also helps the content creator. It does.
Yes, that was a beautiful sweater.
Yeah, I'm a member on some channels. I wish I could be members to everybody's channel, but it's just
There's too many.
it's just too many to be members.
Yeah.
So I have some. But what I might do is I'm a member for a while at one channel, then I'll go be a member at another channel for a while to show my support. You know,
Share the love, right?
excuse me. So I try to share the love, of the channels I'm subscribed to. And when I become a member on somebody's channel, I watch these people. If I'm subscribed to them, I watch these people. I love their channels. I love their content. I love the fact that these are safe spaces and everybody's welcome. No drama. If a person has drama going on in their channel, I just welcome in, Anvita. Welcome in, dear.
Hi,
I just don't
Anvita.
want to deal with negativity. I like positivity in my life. It makes me feel happy, and it makes the people that I'm around feel happy, and that's what I like. I
Sometimes it's
like
not the
positive.
channel,
Oh.
though. Sometimes it's not the channel. It's some people that come in and they just
Well,
cause chaos.
that's exactly, Nisi, exactly. And that's the thing. Um,
Hi, free
if
Handy.
you welcome, if you're that's Nisi.
Oh,
Free Hanley is Nisi.
Okay.
Nisi, Zara, Nisi, once you drop your link, dear. The thing is, if there's drama, that's where the moderators come in. Our moderators are our watchdogs, okay? Because the content creator, the host of the show, is busy trying to watch the chat, do whatever's going on in the chat. So your moderators help you control
Well, yeah.
that from bots and
But you always
negativity
get
going
those little buggers that sneak in and you
on. Well,
gotta
it happens.
slap them
It
on
happens.
the head.
I'm very blessed. The only thing I've ever had was some bots, and that's just that happens, and we block and get rid of them.
I
quickly.
don't find there's so many anymore. They kind of slow down a little bit.
Some
Well,
channels get them a lot.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
live we were chatting afterwards, and somebody tried to get into the chat.
Yeah, I had somebody come in after the live went, and it was an actual person that said I'm not. That actually said to me, no, he says, I'm not a bot. I'm not this and that. So, but I says the live is over, but thank you for coming.
Oh,
Yeah, Think Crochet is Zara's channel, and she shares Happy Mail, and her makes are gorgeous, and she's doing her projects from the
Yes,
Happy Mail
looking-
Advent from 2024. We're sharing our projects we're doing because we're working through them in 2025. I've shared some of mine. Zara was my partner last year, as well as Christina from Bello and Janetto. And when this goes to replay, I will be going into the description box and try to put all these links in. If anybody's channel I mentioned, I try to. If I don't remember it all, I apologize. But people watching the replay do get to see the chat because I put my chat to replay. I allow my chat to come up. This is public. Very seldom do I put subscriber only chat. Now, when I do like the Podiversary, or I have something where we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways, then it goes to subscriber only because those are the family members that I want to be able to win the prizes. And it's not, I'm not being, but these are the ones that are subscribed and they come all the time. They comment, they watch. So, and it doesn't cost anything to subscribe to a channel. It's free. Share it, thumb up, thumb down. It doesn't matter either way. But I don't do a lot of talking on analytics and all this stuff here. Am I trying to get to full monetization? Yeah, if it does, it happens. It happens. I've been quite happy because it enables me to have these giveaways on every live, because it covers the shipping cost. Even if it covers 80% of the, 50% of the shipping cost, it helps. So I can continue to do these giveaways. Again, we went to digital. You'll see gift cards, gift vouchers in the future. There might be a pattern given away, which I do a lot of times, just pop up pattern gift away, alongside with the. Okay, no problem, Nancy. Thank you, dear. Just like towards the end of February will be the monthly Yarny Yaya's drawing and the channel drawing. And I will be having my first March will be the first members only gift away. Is it something I started new in 2025 that I'm trying to see how it works? We're trying the yarn swap. We have the Mal going, the make along that we have going, which is just ongoing, and there's no prizes. It's just something we're doing together. I showed you those gloves. That was from Outlander. Knitting and crocheting patterns from a book, Harry Potter, a TV series, a movie, what have you, and then sharing them on the Yayas. And most members of the channel that are regular viewers are Yayas. Okay. You want to join the Yayas. It's real easy. Just go on and Darlene or I will approve you. We keep the group private to keep out the undesirables and the crap. Okay. So we're at 148 members
Oh, wow.
on the Yorna Yayas.
Yep.
That's really good.
And it's again another safe place. No drama.
Nessa, I can feel you there, dear. When I was working full time on the ferry, it was very difficult. Now I'm teaching. I'm off the ferry right now. I'm not working on the ferry right now. I'm scheduled to work at the end of the month for a week. But I'm trying to do that. And right now, with all of the stuff going on, life, snow, shoveling, batteries, there's so much going on that, I have them sitting here. And again, the one that I'm filming now is a very long, difficult because it is it's a 20-row repeat, and the knitting, because I'm just doing the knitting tutorials. I have a crochet group that I do, Nessa, but I'm a first aid instructor, and I have a class up in St. John this Thursday and Friday. Oh, okay, cool part. Well, I hope so, Andy. That's what I like to give you. I'm Italian. We like to hug, okay? Give you a big Italian mama hug. And that's what I do for all of you. There's a big hug for all of you guys.
The hug's nice. Great hug.
But we have that crochet along going. I make along, knitting, crocheting, sewing, whatever. I just happen to be obsessed with Outlander. I love anything Celtic, Scottish. So yeah.
Okay. What do you mean by?
Okay, Donna.
Did you do like amigurumi Daleks? Are you on our Facebook group? Because I'd like to see those. I saw.
Oh yeah, Perp. Yeah, that was Perp. Perp's in the Yayas.
Yeah,
Perp's in the
Can you
Perp's in the
see
Yayas.
pictures of those?
Yeah, Nessa. I went and became an instructor for first aid, CPR, AED. I also have my certification in Marine first aid, and through this year I will be getting certified also in opioid poisonings and overdose, as well as mental health and wellness. I'll be an instructor for both of those too, because a lot of companies now are bringing people in, to teach how to mental health and wellness in the workplace, going into schools and into workplaces in various communities, teaching about the opioid epidemic that's going on. So, and not a whole lot of people. And those are two areas that I'm very passionate about. I mean, we all know that my son passed away from an opioid overdose 10 years ago. And mental health and wellness is very important to me because I find it's very, very important to keep ourselves mentally healthy and our physical healthy. So those are two more that I'll be adding to my repertoire on my teaching certificate. Plus, I have to go back in September to be recertified because we have to recertify every 2 years.
How many years?
2.
2. Okay.
Every 2 years, the instructors have to go back to school for a day or two, and we go through any new updates or stuff like that. Recertify. My first aid my first aid certification, I have to renew every single year as an instructor.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, dear. Well, Nessa, I will tell you, there has some good coming out of his passing because a few young people on the island a few years ago, when I had the store open, had come in and they were, talking to me about all this. And so I told them about my son. And I had one young man come in a few weeks later and said, I'm done. I'm not smoking pot no more. Quit smoking cigarettes. Quit drinking. I work with him. This day, I work with him on the ferry, and he has stayed clean and sober since then because it impacted him that much. So to me, that one person, my son didn't die in vain. It helped somebody. So I try to find the positive in everything. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was a positive.
Yeah.
I relate that to my students. We start getting because it's helped me work through. I still grieve I've never grieved, his passing because I just can't. But talking about it helps me deal with it. And I talk to my students about it. And I said, you don't know who it could be. Oh, Michi, thank you, dear. Oh my gosh, thank you, Michi. Thank you guys for all of the super chats and super stickers. It's hard to believe. I love this community. You guys helped me through some rough times. Donnie's birthday is March 9th. He will have been 43 years old. His birthday is March 9th. So, I celebrate his birthday every year. And I'll celebrate Warren's and our anniversary and all of that. Because they're not gone. They're still with me.
They're here.
They're still, they're in my heart.
Yes.
They're here. They're with me. I feel them. I feel my mom, I was a person that called mommy every day, or if something good happened, I would call my mother every single day, several times a day. And I still find myself going to pick the phone up. We are at the end of our 2 hours. Anybody have any questions or anything, you can put them in the comment section after this one goes to replay. If you have any questions, also in the community tab. Again, Donna just joined the Yarn Swap. I'm going to go and check the names. And next Sunday, yes, Donna, he is. I do. He's absolutely my strength. Next Sunday, we are going to do the partnering up for the Yarn Swap. Now, if you're in the Yayas, but also I'm going to put a post up on the Yayas too. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. And we'll pair everybody up. Again, where you want to ship to, US only, Canada only, US and Canada, international, and then we'll all get paired up, okay? And we'll have a fun yarn swap, and people can do videos and put them up.
For like one cake of yarn, or like
no, that's between you. Yarn swap. That's between you and your partner. You decide what you want to do. Hey, listen, I'd really like to try this kind of yarn, but I don't have it, or just like we're up here in Canada, we can't get Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Okay, and Joann's is no more because they're bankrupt. But and then so they might be able to get something that somebody in the States. We have stuff up here at Michael's that's exclusive to Canada that they can't get in the States. So stuff like that, and
they have a bigger, more selective types of yarn than we do.
Well, they have more brick and mortar to go to than we do, but.
Yeah.
So that's great. So that, and find out, allergies, what yarn weights they like, and what fibers they like, and stuff like that. Excuse me. And again, there's no yarn. And I said, pull it from your stash. No buying yarn, just pull it from your stash. And it's a way to share with, somebody else. And again, you make a connection, yarn swap. And the thing is, you guys say, okay. And if you're on the Yayas, you can go there and you can put a little video up on the Yayas. You can upload a little video to the Yayas, opening up your yarn swaps. You don't on YouTube here. If you don't have a channel on YouTube, you can still go to the Yayas and do it. I want to thank you all so much.
Yes, thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you so much for having me up, Antoinette.
Thank you, my beautiful co-hosts. Thank you very much, Suzanne, Sis, Darlene. If you're watching the replay, I hope wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And this goes to my live as well as the replay. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be that light in somebody's dark day. Here's bye for now from Deer Island,
Nova Scotia.
Ottawa. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Love to you all. Please stay safe with the bad weather, okay?
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. I love you
Thanks,
all.
Sarah.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.